All right, look, so I was listening to Dr. Rhonda Patrick, and she said, well, she mentioned on a podcast, because I'm a voracious podcast consumer on the road. She said 4-minute workouts. During the 4 minutes, you have to work out to the point where your breathing accelerates enough to where you can't really have a conversation with somebody. So, if you're doing a light jog or a brisk walk, you can hold a conversation with somebody. So that's not intense enough. You need to do something where it's like you can't talk. You have to focus on what you're doing and breathe. So, I know a lot of different exercises. I actually have a book here, Mad Skills Exercise Encyclopedia by Ben Musholt. Actually, the guy made a newer book after I bought this one and expanded it by like over 1,000 more exercises. Now, this book that I have is probably, I don't know, at least 1,000, but there's tons of exercises, and you can find exercises anywhere. You can actually create your own, and I know some breakdancing exercises. But I started out with just doing something simple, because I'm so out of shape that just a simple kettlebell routine would do it for me. So a 20-pound kettlebell. You can do around the world. You can do kettlebell swings. You could do clean and press with a lightweight like that. That's what I had to do. Literally, what was it? Less than a week ago. I say about 6 days ago. I started. And I took one day off yesterday. I just had tons of things to do, so I said, forget it. You know what? Might as well skip the workout, have a rest day, right? Now, for the first time I did this, I did only 2 4-minute exercises. Then I was able to up that to 3, 4, and 5 4-minute segments. And I don't try to keep strict parameters on this. I just tell my phone, set the timer for 4 minutes, throw it down, and do my exercise. It's that simple. So, and then, I'll get some water to drink. I may pace around for a little while, let my heart rate come down. I just listen to my body. I let my heart rate come down a little bit. And then I grab my phone again. I say, set the timer for 4 minutes. I throw it down and I do a different exercise for 4 minutes. So it's really not complicated. That's all you really have to do. But today I wrote down a list of exercises that I wanted to do. And so I mixed in and I incorporated a lot of different exercises that I used to do with breakdancing exercises. And, the exercises that I'm choosing are functional exercises. Stuff that prevents injury and helps you do everyday activities easier. Because, bro, what's crazy? When you get out of shape to the point where, and you don't notice it, right? Where it's harder to take groceries out of the car or pick up your shoes off the ground, or, just simple things that you really take for granted. Until you start doing more functional exercises, you realize, wow, I'm picking things up off the ground way easier now. I'm taking bags of groceries out of the car a lot easier. Like, I feel like my core is more sturdy. My legs feel more secure and more solid, more like planted into the ground. And these are the type of things that you forget when you allow yourself to get out of shape. So I knew it's like, when I heard that, I was like, you know what? 4 minutes. Like, sometimes when you're out of shape to the point where it's like, I don't feel like exercising. Think about a 4-minute time slot. Like, really, it makes it so easy. You set your timer for 4 minutes and just do it. And it really doesn't take much to do one 4-minute routine. And if you're really, really out of shape, halfway through, you're going to be like, oh man, I'm feeling, I don't feel like doing it. But once the 4 minutes is over, you're like, oh, that wasn't so bad. And then I would say, force yourself to do it again. Because when the second revolution, you're like, okay, now I'm starting to feel better. Like, you'll feel your lungs open up. You'll feel your blood flowing better, better blood flow to the brain, to the extremities. You warmed up. I would say, don't push yourself to the point where you won't want to do it tomorrow. Like if you're sore. Now, I was so out of shape when I did 2 revolutions. I felt it in the morning the next morning. But it wasn't enough to be like, damn, I don't even feel like working out again. It was enough to be like, okay, I feel it. And then just walking around after work, working out like that, I feel more sturdy. It's like my spine is more integral. It's going to help with confidence. You don't want to feel unstable when you're out in public. Like somebody could just come up and push you over and take your money. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of an exaggeration, but at the same time, think about it. The more sturdy you feel, the more your confidence is going to be. I just wanted to record a video real quick and share that, what I've been doing, because it's been making a difference. I hate getting out of shape. I really do. And there's so many excuses to getting out of shape, like being so busy, you don't have time to exercise, and really they're all just excuses when you can just start with 4 minutes. Like literally 4 minutes is nothing. And you can always increase it later. Just start small. And I'm I get bored of the same things, so having the ability to do a variety of different exercises helps with me. I experimented with a lot of things, and I tried upping my push-up game. And one day I said, I'm going to do 5 push-ups every 60 seconds for 30 minutes. Well, that didn't happen for 30 minutes. It happened for about 20 minutes. And I wasn't doing 5 every 60 seconds. By the time I reached like 16 minutes, I was doing 1 only. So I started out with 5. And I think by the time I got to like 50 push-ups, I started doing 4, 3, 2, 1. So I bit off more than I can chew. And actually the next day I was so sore that I didn't want to work out for 3 or 4 more days. So that wasn't a good idea. And I think just starting out slow, especially if you're over 40 and you're out of shape, start out slow, man. You can get, like, honestly, you can really get back into the shape that you were when you were in your 20s. If you start out slow and you stay consistent. So that's what I plan on doing. I plan on being more consistent with it until I work up my time. Instead of a total of 20 minutes of workout time, I'll get to 40 minutes, and then eventually an hour of workout time. And it's just these little 4-minute segments, During the day, if you're thinking about an exercise that you want to incorporate into your next routine, write it down in a notebook, write it down in your phone, and incorporate it the next day. That's exactly what I was thinking about today when I was out driving around. I'm like, you know what? Oh, I remember this exercise that I used to do. I'm going to incorporate that one on my next workout tomorrow. And really, there shouldn't be any excuses to forget to do it. It should be number one priority, especially in this day and age, man. With all the toxins floating around, it should be number one priority to exercise. And, it is difficult to get healthy food. Especially when you're busy, you're looking for convenience. It's challenging. Everything 80% of the stuff in the grocery store has got poison in it. And then that little small section that has less poison, They charge you extra for it. So you got to ask yourself, what the hell's going on here? Do they want us to be sick? Do they want us to be diseased? Yeah, I think so. Because they have a profit margin to reach at the other end, where the medical industry and the pharmaceutical industry like to get their profits once you reach that point. So what I'm trying to say is, don't reach that point. Like, I'm trying to help people. A lot of people ignore, and they don't like this kind of talk, but I can't help it. I have to keep it real. Because at the end of the day, it's like, you could just allow yourself to fall victim to it, or you can actually do something about it. Don't have a defeatist attitude. Don't sabotage yourself. Do something. Do something about it, man. Mitigate a lot of the damage that's out there, because it's there. You know, the food, the stuff they spray in the air and the sky. I mean, we see it. We're not stupid. We see it. It's there. It's up there. Yeah, we see it. So let's not play games. And who knows what else they're doing. You don't know. If you're taking medications or certain injections from your doctor, you don't know what exactly is in there, because they don't tell you. Like, if you ask them for the ingredients, they start beating around the bush, and they start, giving you all the excuses, and then they give you a blank insert. For the first time in history, they did that in 2020. So, I mean, what's going on with that? Why don't they want to tell you what's in there? Are they afraid you're going to research those ingredients and find out what they are? You're going to find out something that you don't like? Why do they make you sign a waiver? Let's put our thinking caps on. Let's put our brains to work and just think critically. I think the number one superpower in this day and age, in 2025, is to have discernment. You got to turn your discernment knob all the way up, because fuck, man, it's like everybody everywhere just doesn't give. Oh, I'm just doing my job. Like, that's all they care about. I'm just doing my job. And when you're in a world where people just only care about doing their job, they don't really care if they harm people, you have to watch out for you. You have to watch out for your children, your family members, your friends. You got to speak up when you see something wrong. If you shut your mouth, man, it's almost like you're an accomplice to a lot of the things that go on. So let's stop sugarcoating shit. Let's stop being politically correct, tiptoeing. Speak the truth no matter what. The devil never takes a day off. And if the devil never takes a day off, you shouldn't either. You should keep your foot on the gas. Just don't keep your foot on the gas while it's on the brake. Meaning, you shouldn't burn yourself out. Make sure you're well rested. Get good sleep. Stop burning the midnight oil every night. And that's one of the things that I've been struggling with, actually. And I think that's what's contributing to my laziness. Well, not necessarily me being lazy, but me being, making poor diet choices and not exercising, because I'm going to sleep at like 2 o'clock in the morning. This is not good. This is terrible. I mean, once in a while you fall asleep late, but making a habit out of it, that's where the problem is. So it's getting late now. I'm about to cut this off, and you guys have a wonderful day. Get to sleep on time. Eat healthy. Boom. It's this simple. Just a reminder. All right? We out of here.